Alright, so risky stuff. I am going to use our prestige up that we have been dutifully farming. We are going to continue the colony. We have medicine. We have gardening. We have a mechanic. Distance is the best tug right now. 100%. 100%. Yeah, I mean, she's quarantined. I'm trying to avoid social contact as well. My mom is now quarantining herself. It's kind of scary. But, you know, be concerned, but not hysterical. I mean, look at you. You're calm. You fucking have it yourself, and you're calm. Here's what's risky about it. If we die, we have to farm all that freaking influence back up. We have enough to get what we want. The workshop, the lounge, and the, and a survivor. We can re-roll a survivor a bunch. And we have the influence. Do we have gas? We have gas. Okay. We do not have a fourth person. That's the big issue right now, is we don't have a fourth person. I believe we have enough for all that stuff. I don't want to use... I don't want to buy all of it at once, because
We need new blood around here.
I don't want to lose. 5,000. Alright, so we will have enough. We have just enough. Just enough to buy what we need. All the effects have been drilled in our head since January. It's true. What's your feeling on it? You were on the front line as a nurse, and now you've got it. So, what's your opinion of the situation at this point? What's really nice about that Red Talon workshop is we will be able to have passive repair, and that's a big deal because that's the way State of Decay 1 worked, and I prefer. I think it made sense. There was a simulation going on in the background. People were repairing things. So that's what that did. Is that you got your cars and your weapons and your guns repaired overnight. Every day. If you had a workshop. Like, so people were doing it for you. So it was nice because it was kind of like set it and forget it. That's not how it works now, and there's levels of it I understand. I definitely get it, but I definitely like being able to have passive repair, and that's why we again, dutifully farmed out our prestige. Food bar, not gonna lie. If no draconian measures are taken, hospitals will not be able to take any other patients. Man, that is scary. The fact that, they talk about that in Tom Clancy's The Division, the book. That, like, everything's already working at capacity, so it's really easy for the whole system to get overrun like you're talking about, Hado. If we're not careful. And if the system gets overrun, then you have a cascading collapse, because then your most important people are not able to be where they need to be. Your doctors, your nurses, your hospital workers and staff. And we are looking for hacking. We will probably reroll this guy a lot. When we call them in, we need to be quick. So I have now called these guys in, and
Hey, what's up?
then, like, said, I'll deal with it later. So that guy's not going to be it. And pretty much they just despawn after a while, and you lose your prestige. And obviously, losing prestige, 2,750 prestige means 3 runs, means 3 hours. It's 3 hours per person. So if we mess up, we're looking at adding a 3-hour grind. And this is just is why I don't talk very positively about Daybreak. Thankfully, you can now re-roll them. You used to not be able to do that. Yeah, but I mean, thanks for being honest, Tato. I guess, like you said, you're Dutch, and the Dutch are honest, so that's a scary thought. It's a scary thought. Hey, thank God he spawned in the same place. I hope it doesn't happen. My sister's a nurse, so, you know, I empathize. My sister's a nurse. She's also on the front line. My brother works IT at the hospital. Another forager. We want hacking. I might go with mobile operations, even though I already have one in another community, and I feel like we could probably take advantage of that. So I'm prefer hacking right now. Hacking, logistics is okay. I'm gonna have to get the thing up. We already have a mechanic. That's another reason I don't want mobile operations. And we already have we should have a doctor, so long as we don't lose anybody. Alright, so now, just to make sure that there's more of a time gate, we now have to wait over 40 minutes to call people in. Till we can re-roll again. But we still have our prestige, so it's okay. We need to recruit a 4th person. That's what we need right now. We need to recruit a 4th person and get to a new base. Whoops, I'm driving like dog shit. I have no guns, which is typically not ideal. Just because of ferals. No good way to deal with those unless you got a bladed weapon expert. But yeah, if you see those cunts still thinking it's a nothing burger and filling the beaches, they need to be mocked and shamed at the very least. There's no treatment, so all we can do now is slow it for long enough to be one for be discovered. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, even with like the breakthroughs they're making in the vaccine at the rate they are, according to the news, you still got to go through clinical trials. It's still going to be a year minimum.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I agree with you. We got to take this seriously. We can smash the curve. That's going to make a massive difference to the whole world.
That's useful, I guess.
What blows my mind is the Chinese saying, like, you know, I'm an American, so the U.S., like, started this thing. They dropped a weapon. Come on, man. That's cognitive dissonance. That's the definition. You can't start in the middle of your country and then you turn it around and say it was us. And it's not even their well, I mean it is because of the wet markets, but at the same time, it's like not you don't want to blame the Chinese. It just is what it is. I wish they would stop doing that. Obviously, H1N1 SARS is because of the same thing. There we go. That'll be our 4th guy. Gotta be quick. They'll catch this car. Whoops. Keep pressing the wrong button, though. They spawn at the same place. They really like survivors to spawn in that area. Screamer's near. I think there's a group of people, though. Yeah, over there. They can deal with it. They'll be fine. Blame is a waste of time right now. Yeah, blame is a waste of time right now. You're absolutely right. But lying about it after the fact when it's like such an obvious lie, it's as bad as 2 + 2 = 5, is worse than even playing the blame game. That's not gonna spread the facts. I mean, you'd think they would learn. They had that whistleblower, the doctor. I think it was Hong Lu. Fucking died to tell the truth.
I hear ya. Lead on.
Yo, Shadow! What up, Justin? Thanks for being here, man. Much appreciated. How the hell's your day? What's the latest in the world of Canada on the COVID crisis? That's like blaming the driver as your car is making backflips. It's not going to stop the car from flipping. Right, it's not going to stop the car from flipping. But it's also like blaming the states. The Chinese blaming the states is like blaming the road for the fact that your car is doing backflips. Definitely the world has changed. The world has changed. I mean, for God's sake. They're talking about 20%. We were in a huge boom over here, and they're talking about 20% unemployment now. If something isn't done, if we don't smash the curve, we're talking worst case scenario, Great Depression levels of unemployment. Thanks for being here, Justin. Because they're keeping all the meds the state's ordered. Yeah, I mean, we're 100% like Republican, Democrat, doesn't matter right now. If nobody likes the fact that we have a completely centralized medicine supply in China, and it caused this kind of issue. The same thing happened in Puerto Rico a couple years ago. They make all the saline there, and when Irma hit, there was a worldwide shortage of
This is what we're looking for.
saline solution. He's got law.
Please, accept this gift.
Okay, hold on. I want to look up what law does. I want to look up what law does. I'm sure it's okay. And as long as it's decent, it's fine, because we have the core. I would prefer computers, but we have the core people that we need. We have a mechanic. We have a gardener. We have a doctor. That move is going to bite them in the long run. I agree. 100%. I do hate it. Also, you're supposed to be able to get a group of 12. You can get up to 20, but it's very difficult. So it's super easy to get to 4 and 5 and 6, but especially 4. And then once you get to 6, you get soft capped, and they slow it way down, and it becomes a lot more difficult. Getting to 20 takes know-how that I maybe knew at one time, but don't know currently. In the first State of Decay, you could get so many people. And they wanted to get rid of that because it did make it, like, almost impossible to lose. But, totally. In the first State of Decay, breakdown mode, you could do something called riding on the roof. Like, it was a better name, but still, it was like riding on the roof. And the deal was law. People who use gains. I need to know what buff it gives, though. Damn it. Sorry, I've got like 15 spreadsheets for this game. So you'd end up like 150 survivors. After like 8-ish. Right, it gets really tough. And I know there's a trick to it, but I can't remember what the hell it is. But there is ways to force the recruitment. I think one of the big ways is just getting enclaves to like you. You do missions for enclaves, and then they'll become friendly, and then they'll become allied, and you get a perk. But then I think once they're allied, you can actually recruit them, and that's the way you do it. Oh, grants mechanics if you're an aircraft mechanic. I wonder what law does. I'm just guessing law is probably just going to give influence. Hell, it might be a negative one. Let's see. Which would be shitty. Oh, this is traits. I want quirk skills. There we go. Here's the good spreadsheet. This one's really well organized. Law. 10% influence gain, knowledge of influence. Okay. I don't really know what knowledge of influence does. It's another thing that isn't really well explained in this game. Wow, sexting is really bad. -5 influence per day. That's terrible. Kick that person out. Sewing is amazing. Sports trivia is amazing. Ikebana is pretty decent. Law is okay, but plus 10% influence gain. It's helpful, but it's just a short-term boon. Once he levels up. Yes, you're recruited, my friend. In fact, what you... I wonder if I can take him all the way over here. This is where we're going to go this time. We're going to choose a different base. So the last base obviously ended in disaster. We don't want that again. Once we get him into a base, our next goal is to... I will go ahead and take the risk and start building up some Red Town facility mods. Painting is 20 plus morale, if I remember correctly. That sounds right. Yeah, there's some really good ones, but obviously they're not all made equal. The only ones I don't like are the ones that are redundant. Like, negative perks, it is what it is. I know what they're going for. But, like, you know, painting, it's like, oh, okay. But it's just a lesser version of music, because music gives everybody a lot of morale and creates influence gain and some other things, so... Yeah, the past spawns a ton of ferals on the mountain road. Really? I just got a ton of juggernauts at the other base. I'd actually prefer ferals. When we get a hold of a gun, we'll be okay on ferals. Ferals over blood plague juggernauts, because without the proper items to deal with it, it ain't happening. So we're going to spend our influence on this, and then the other big goal is to get the Independence Day Trader in. Once we get the Independence Day Trader in, dude, this thing oversteers because those tires are huge. Then things are going to change. I'm telling you, things are going to change. We're going to try to stick with this community, and I am going to put on boons. The more we play, I'm going to keep putting boons on and stuff. I was going to stop for gas, but... Obviously, there's a feral near. Okay, we can't do this. Come on. Oh, get in, get in. We don't have a gun. Hopefully we just have enough gas. And hopefully we don't oversteer so much that we crash the car like 30 times and it blows up.
Plague zombies in all directions. Better be careful.
Our resource leeches, 100%. Now, I found a really, really helpful perk in the Legacy I beat off stream.
We called the cops, but they were no.
And it was a hero bonus, and the hero bonus was sniper support.
Gotta look after yourself, right?
Oh, I had a neighborhood watch, and he's also got law. Oh, okay. I thought it broke the door. Alright, we're here. I am going to 100% prefer ferals over juggernauts, so let's hope that's the case. It seems like we just gotta choose the least bad. It's not super defensible, but at least it's got a barbed wire fence on it.
I see a potential base here.
Yeah.
I see a giant mess, but also a potential base. Not quite zombie free.
I really wish you could just make any place into a base.
We need to gather everything we can out there. What if someone beats us to it?
That thing was refusing to die. Oh my god. Look at all of them that just spawned in there. What the hell? Basically, an infestation just spontaneously appeared inside this base. What I'm gonna try to do is stealth kill as many as I can. Now, how in the hell? Hey, DJ Hato. That's super nice of you, man. I really appreciate that. Can we get some Nexus Cat hype up in the chat for this man? Alright. Has value. You got the unique one. We don't get to see that one as much. Yo, DJ Hato, you have joined the war and you have joined the resistance and you have become more human than a human. Thank you very, very much for that, DJ Hato. I am thankful and I am grateful. That was extremely kind of you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I discovered that can happen with super fast race cars. Like the Racer. Like, they can just make a ton of zombies show up. Because that's a lot of them. There's no good way to do this. Oh my god, the fact that that Blood Plague Juggernaut did not notice us. Or, sorry, Blood Plague Zombie. Just, what? We're getting really lucky right now. Well, we were. Alright, it's on. At least we were able to thin the herd some. Oh, this guy's kind of like going beast mode right now. That's helping a lot. He spawned with a good weapon, which is helping. Great Wilson, thank you for that muscle cat hype. You move so fast that the game has a hard time registering your position, and when you arrive, it is in the process of spawning an infestation. You're not the first person to tell me that, so I would agree. I know one of the big, like, tactics that Get Good Fox that I watch on YouTube uses is that same idea. Like, if he just stays ahead of the spawns, he can basically keep the map pretty clear. Alright. Let's do it. If we get hacking, we'll clear that Clio core. Ferals over Juggernauts every time. That's our opinion right now. Ferals over Juggernauts every time.
Yeah, well,
I love the, like, Civil War music. Alright, next thing. Everybody's miserable, I get it. But what we're gonna do is call in the Daybreak person.
We'd like to arrange a meetup.
I'm just, for now, going to buy the workshop. If things go to shit, at least we'll only lose the workshop. But I'm also going to use that tactic that was suggested. Actually, I think you're the one who suggested it, Hado. Which is that, if things go to hell... Where do I drop this off at right now? Oh, here we go. Then, grab a guy... and fucking peace. Yeah, back to starter. I played the game, played a lot in quarantine. I love that motor pool though, 4 parking spaces. That is nice. Hopefully it goes better than the last base. It's very similar to the last base though. I just like, why can't we just block a few of these fences up? In real life, you're totally gonna block these fences up and have just one and have a really huge lock on the door. Where am I supposed to drop this rucksack off? What the hell? There must be nothing pre-built in here, basically. Well, there's warehouse storage. That storage is really good. But where is that? You know what? Hell with it. I'm just gonna use the damn car. Oh wait. There. See, it's like on the left of my screen. You see it over there, but it won't like...
Alright, I'm going out for some fresh air. Another day, another delivery. Not going far with all this.
Bro, you've already been delivered. Why are you still with me? Probably glitched it out, didn't it? I'll just switch to him.
What's happening? Right behind you.
Oh, he's got a gun. I'm willing to go to the trader. At the very least, I'll give him this crap. Alright, we're definitely not rich. Where's the prestige trader? Right here. Let's go get the workshop. That'll be a good start. I need fueler bullets. Yeah, same here. With the beds? Yeah, it should be. You're right. I wonder why the rucksack thing wasn't there. I don't want a follower right now. I don't want you to die. We can't afford a death.
Oh, hey. Don't get dead.
Yeah, alright. That's fine. Just leave me alone. Go live. Oh my god. A juggernaut spawned. What the fuck's up with Providence Ridge and having juggernaut spawns right outside of bases? None of the others are like this. Cascade Hills has really nice base locations that don't screw you. Who decided that was a good idea? I know what we'll do to the player. They'll have a base, and the base, you know, you can always scale the walls, you can always get overwhelmed. And we'll just completely fill it with Blood Plague Juggernauts so they have a terrible time getting a start. I have to go make a ton of prestige up so we can go to the Independence Day pack. I'm being pretty careless with the car, but... With the drive-in, really? Now that is unique. That's one I haven't heard. Alright, let's spend some of this hard-earned prestige. And definitely not on any of this bullshit. I want the workshop.
That's a lot of stuff.
Oh, do we take the risk and go ahead and spend it on the quarters? We do. We do. Alright, now we still have enough to call in to randomly roll a recruit every 40 minutes. It's a bold move, Cotton. It is, but I'm gonna use Hado's tactic. If things go to shit, I'm gonna grab a guy, and I'm gonna run. My princess is in the tower. Nice.
It's useful, I guess. Can't do it.
Alright, this is fine. We'll just lead them back to the Red Talon dudes. We've got to do something, though. Jose has become a miserable, miserable little bastard, and something's going to have to be done about that.
Watch out. Many zombies there.
This is fine. Let them deal with this. take full advantage of their ability to use guns. But we need to either clear an infestation or... because we're going to need well over 900 influence. What we're going to do now is we're going to try to get to the Independence Day pack, and we're going to try to get a weapon delivery. That's our next big goal. And we're going to try to get that pyro launcher. Once we get the pyro launcher, things are really going to start changing for us. Jeffrey, but he dead now, so Jeffrey's... angels are just the angels. Oh yeah, that arms dealer. I want to do the builder legacy. I've done it once, but I want to do it on stream so we can use the boon. Because the goal of this whole playthrough is to do all the legacies on Nightmare. Get that achievement. Wrap up all the content. That's our goal here. Man, I was really hoping we get some material. That's what we need right now.
That's a screamer. This could get noisy.
Is this Jose? No, this is Joe. Joe the plumber, right? No. Joe the law. Joe the lawyer who hates fucking trespassers. Oh god, and he's an erratic driver. This man did not roll with the best possible perks, that's for sure. I picked on looks, not skills. Right on. That makes sense. What do we got near us? We got that plague heart that's going to be a real fucking issue. We need to clear that out sooner rather than later. But this right here, maybe it'll have building materials. I think we also got trading stuff on us. Yeah, we do. So where was this wandering trader at? Pretty freaking far away. Rubio's an action hero and wants fast cars. I mean, one thing's for sure. We don't want Joe driving. Joe's going to waste all our gas. Oh my god. He's gonna ruin this car. I got very lucky right there.
Plague heart can't be far away.
We need to move this jug far, far away. I almost don't mind if we lose Joe, because he's not really great. In the sense that if I can clear out some of these Blood Plague zombies, I will take the ultimate risk and try to melee this thing. Of course, I need to remember that I'm carrying extremely valuable cargo right now. I'm carrying about 5 hours. In fact, yes, I am carrying over 5 hours worth of cargo right now. So let's go drop this off. Ooh, Kingdom has new episodes. What's Kingdom? Is it an anime? I drop this all off. I'm gonna use this guy, but I'm gonna use him on foot. We're gonna try to get started here. This will become the lounge, but that's less important right now. Right now, we need the tier 3 workshop. And we need a garden. This one is better than the other one already. Just because we have 2 outdoor slots, we can start getting some meds. That big slot I'll probably turn into a, That was extremely risky to fast search there, because we make a lot of noise. That jug is coming. And nobody has guns right now. What I need to do is, if we can get a heavy sniper, I don't want to spend the prestige right now, is just equip somebody with a heavy sniper in the group. That is going to save our butt.
I think I just put myself on the menu.
Worth, dude. Let's go ahead and bring that jug in. How much was the heavy sniper? Because I've got an extra 1,000 prestige, actually. So what I'm thinking is I get the heavy sniper, I kill that jug,
Looking good, man.
and then I equip a random guy with it.
That's another big step forward for us.
On the done to death genre, then I would definitely like to check it out. In ancient China, that's cool. I was really impressed with Black Season or Black Summer. The one that's supposed to, like, set up Z Nation that's terrible. I fell in love with that one. So we're going to get our weapons back now, which is nice. I'm going to try to do this on foot. I'm going to get some parts going. Alright, there was also building resources over there, so... Yeah, I mean, things are going to be really tough. That's why I'm going to go ahead and spend a little extra prestige. So long as we can afford it. And get a heavy sniper. And someone's going to fucking use that thing. In fact, I'm going to do two things with it. Because I should get some ammo just to start. I think it comes with a pack of ammo. So I'm going to... Since we have enough to roll a guy, we have an extra 1,000 right now. What we're going to do... Can we get a big thing? Alright, we're going to put a big thing in right now because I want to just mitigate loss for the time being. I am going to run. I'm going to run to this prestige trader. Obviously, it's not going to be easy, but as long as we can get to them, we can use them to survive. And I'm going to see if we can't buy a heavy sniper and a little bit of ammo, and I'm going to use it to kill the plague heart, and I'm going to use it to kill the jug, and then I'm going to always try to have a random person have it. My hobby is writing, and I've been dicking around with a basic bitch zombie story that follows a Hema fanatic. Like, a hemophiliac? I don't know what's a hemofanatic. Knights of the Apocalypse. Nice. Yeah, being in quarantine is a good time to play some games and do some writing. Hell yeah, you're making the most of the quarantine, my friend. How long are you supposed to be in quarantine? 15 days? Is it the same in the Netherlands as it is in the US?
Hello.
Please don't be overly expensive. It is fucking pricey, I'll tell you that much right now. It's a fucking grand for that thing. I'm tempted just to do the blast rifle. A grand, it's less than a grand. We'll still be able to reroll a guy. For the time being, we'll still be able to roll a guy. We'll be out of prestige. But we'll be kind of set for a little bit. Yes, alright, we had... No, wait, we don't have a fucking enough now. Whatever, we need 100. I can do that tomorrow. We just won't get a red talent guy today. What we just did though is at least give us some room to breathe. So unfortunately tomorrow we have to start with more daybreak so that we can reroll guys. I should have mathed that out before I did that. That would have been simple math. Historical European martial arts. Oh, huh. 2 weeks after symptoms stop, I submitted myself for studies, so they will do tests to find out exactly how long it takes until I am immune, if my immunity will stay. Interesting. I heard the jury's out on whether or not the body produces antibodies on this COVID thing. I have no idea how many shots this takes. So, here we go.
Time for a close encounter.
I wish I had just one Molotov. That would cause fire. So far, it's, looking like it's gonna be way too expensive. That sucks. Joe will fucking die. The fact that that took a magazine, it's like I just saw 10 minutes of my life go by. Yeah, you might as well make suffering worth something. 100% agree. You're making the most of it. Hopefully the body does produce antibodies. If it does, they're going to start using those antibodies. There's no doubt about it. They're going to start giving people those antibodies. The world wants to be through this.
Still got company.
If I'm not careful, this guy's 100% going to get infected. I'm going to continue to cheese the shit out of this, though, by using these guys. Alright, so tomorrow we've got to get the trader. Because I can't re-roll a guy, and because it's so close, like literally one wave, I should just buy some more ammo. How much is the big thing?
Hello.
The problem is, I think the trading thing will we can just afford it, but it still costs prestige to craft ammo. That's how dumb it is. It still costs prestige. So I'll buy another pack. If we can kill a heart, 1, we're going to get a bunch of influence. 2, we're going to change... 30%. Is he a traitor? Oh, he's a warlord. That's weird. We're playing it risky, but we're doing what we got to do. They found them, but they don't know how long you have. It will remain. That makes sense. This heavy sniper is ass right now against that thing. I know to bring down that jug, but that jug walked away, and we don't have a lot of ammo for this thing. I am not opposed to the cheese. How long are these guys going to be around, though? I'm going to use what we have to use in Nightmare to do this thing. We have 10 more minutes for cheese. Though that was not really cheese. They just kind of like stared at it and let it attack me. Thanks. This can't take that many more shots. I mean, come on. Where's the screamer at? We have 10 minutes to have backup.
Shut up already.
I wasted a lot of stamina doing that. Have you not seen Full Contact, Hema? I have not. Do you like shit like MMA? Oh, I was a wrestler for most of my life until I graduated high school. I loved wrestling. I've still got just a very, you probably can't see it, but just a little bit of cauliflower ear left.
Plague zombies in all directions. Better be careful.
It was really bad. I had to get operated on. It got so bad. But yeah, I've never seen it. Is it cool? Is it like that shit they do in Russia where they all dress up in like night outfits and beat the shit out of one another? Forget the name of it. People do it here too, but not as hardcore as they do in Russia. They're fucking crazy. They also have that one thing where they box and play chess. Full plate armor, wailing at each other with maces and shit. Oh, is that what that is? Yeah, I mean, I think we don't do it just because we don't have the history of that over here, Hado. We can't really like trace our ancestry back to that.
It's damaged. Gotta keep at it.
This is really not ammo efficient. We won't do this again. At this point, sunk cost, but yeah, don't want to do this again. Oh man, is there a car I could get up on? Yeah. I don't know if that hit.
Reloading.
This is 100% not ammo efficient in the least. That had to hit. Alright. We are never doing that again. That was hugely expensive in prestige. I want to see... Alright, so we're probably a citizen now. No, we should have been hero. 545. Killing that jug will be 200 influence, though. We can go... He might have died. That's going to help a bunch. That's going to help a bunch still. It really wasn't worth the cost, but it's still going to help a bunch. It's great. You can. Most people from the States have their origin over here. Right, but, you know, at the same time, like, as far as the history of the country, we're not as old as you guys over there. What do they do? They do it over here, though, too. They call it something different. Lol means penis in Dutch? Really? Well, we have a man who is Dutch here. He can confirm or deny that. So here's what we're gonna do. Every gun is valuable right now. Alright, network. That was a very Red Talon thing to say, network.
I feel like passing out.
Joe's doing good. Alright, we're off to a much better start today. Yes, can confirm. Lol. I'm gonna make this sound. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm gonna do it this way. I want the influence, but... Alright, so here's how this is gonna work. We're gonna get off Joe. Joe did fine. Joe has now got the heavy sniper equipped, right? No, he doesn't. That's okay. He does now. If shit invades, we are considerably more prepared than what we were. They don't need any of this. When they're not actually, like, being played, they don't need any of this shit. We've got a facility to repair our equipment. Let's play Jose. Well, Rubio's got a mission. Let's do Rubio's mission. That way we can get some prestige, or influence, I mean. We got 500 more influence to get. We can get a weapon drop, and things are really going to start changing for us. So you can talk by saying lol 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 lol. They do it over here too, though. It's just not as intense as what you guys do. Like, they use foam swords, and they'll be like, I do 10 damage, and then the mage will be like, I cast fire spell. Like, people who are really into role-playing do it for real.
You got it.
It's Weinberg. You should be in jail for 23 years. Wait, that's Weinstein. It's the same thing. No matter what you say to them, they always answer the exact same way. Alright, he needs a gun. It was the last group that had a crossbow. It's traveling light. This'll work. It's got a silencer on it, 50 free rounds, I'll take it. That was a... Find a badass ride, alright. How far away is the badass ride? Prestige Trader. It's so far away. Oh, man. This is, gonna be the ultimate risk. I don't want to waste a car getting a car. We have a good car right now. I don't want to waste a car getting a car. Man, we're so close to having enough influence. Joe's actually a good